We're here with our football preview for the Watertown Purple Tigers, talking to head football coach Gavin Webster. Coach, good to have you with us today.
Hey, nice to be in here.
Looking forward to a great season here at Watertown High School. And the first thing I want to talk to you about, this is really our first opportunity to come out and see the new facility. I know y'all been here a little while now, but I know you guys are just really enjoying the new facility here at the new school.
Yeah, we feel real fortunate to have something like this. Kids have taken a lot of pride in it and try to help taking care of it and things like that. So we feel really blessed.
Let's talk about the Watertown football team coming into the season. And I know coming back, you've got some skilled players coming back, some players that have been here a little while now, but there's some concerns maybe along the offensive line coming into the season.
Well, we do have several skilled back. We feel pretty fortunate there. Looking for some depth though for those guys because they all play both sides of the ball. So we're looking for some some underclassmen, young guys to step up and solidify those spots that can come in and give them some breaks when they need it. So we're still looking for those guys. We feel good up front as far as the skill goes, but just need some guys to step up and take those second spots. Linemen, we have two returning linemen. So we got about 3 inexperienced guys there. So we are, we're still looking there. Those spots aren't never solidified till it pretty much gets, time for kickoff and everything. So, we got some guys competing in there. We got some guys competing and working hard, and they try to please and they try to do good every day. They try to be better than the next day. So.
Size-wise, it appears you've got some good size along the front, maybe experience. You're still working on that aspect, but as far as size goes, are you pretty pleased with what you've got along the trenches?
Yeah, we feel pretty pleased. We got our tackles are both probably 6'2". Well, they probably about 6'3". Anywhere from about 250 to 255. We feel pretty good. They both move well. Rusty Stats, junior, and James Vaden, a senior there. Our guards, we generally don't have big guards. We like our guards being able to move, and they're both probably about 185. 2 juniors there, and right now we got a sophomore competing there at center, and he's probably about 235. So we feel pretty good with that.
The catalyst to your offense, of course, your quarterback, Seth Price. Talk about what he brings to the field, what elements, and what his strengths are as a leader on the field.
Seth brings a lot to the table. He's got a good, strong arm. He throws the ball well. He reads defenses well. He's got that aspect. He knows the game. He's as big a threat running the ball as he is throwing. We'll utilize him some there in the games for that. Good leader. Kids respond to him. He's a competitor.
Let's talk about the offensive scheme. What are we going to see from Watertown when you hit the field on Friday night?
You're going to see a lot of two-back. We're going to we want to run the ball. Now again, we're going to take what the defense gives us. That's like anybody else, but we really work run game, quick game. Play action pass. It's kind of what we're built out of. Now we're like anybody else. We have our 4-minute offense where we can spread, and we're used to doing that stuff. But we're trying to build our team around what our strengths are, and those are our strengths, we feel like.
Coach, you got one young man I remember watching as a freshman. He really stood out then, and now he's grown, and I believe he's a senior this year in Luke Turner, and I want to talk about him, and he has an impact for you on both sides of the ball.
Luke has a big impact. Luke started for us as a freshman in the line. At the time, played running back in junior high, but at the time we had a couple running backs that were juniors and seniors then. We actually started at guard for us his freshman year, and I can't remember, it was week 6 or 7. Had some guys to get better there, need his help in the backfield, moved him to the backfield. Probably the last 3 games, and really he's excelled there, and that's where he's made his home. Luke's about 225, probably 6'2" right now. He's seen a lot of carries here for the Purple Tigers. So he brings a big impact for us on offense, running the ball. Defense, he's our leader on defense. You know, he's our middle linebacker, and you know he's smart. He's got to help get those guys lined up properly, and you know he's a ball player.
How you feel about the team on the defensive side of the ball? It's great having a leader like that. What's your defense going to look like this year?
We're running basic Iowa 40. You know, we still have some of our, you know, our history is we've always been a 3-3 stack, you know, and we just felt like with the bigger guys that would benefit us more going to a 4-man front. Our linebacking core wasn't as deep, so we just felt like that was our strength there. You know, still have the 3-3 in our background, so we can do that. We kind of married both of those there. You know, defense is getting better each week, we feel like. You know, we feel like we're getting better each week. You know, and scrimmages are what they are. You know, you don't take a whole lot of time to prep for them. You know, because you got a lot going on through the week, and with scrimmages this time of year, we camp, and you know we prepare as much as we can for those. But really, you know, our goal is starting with week 1 and so forth. So, but the guys have got better, and they keep getting better, and you know we'll just see where it falls.
I want to piggyback off that a little bit. You guys won 5 of your last 6, I believe, last year. Kind of finished on a high note for the season. And going into spring, just talk about, has there been a momentum build, maybe coming off of what happened at the end of last season through spring practice and now into summer?
Yeah, we feel like we've got a momentum there. You know, the kids, we had a lot of momentum. You know, we won 4 of our last 5. You know, won the last game, beat Jackson County here on our field for senior night. You know, really felt like we had a shot of getting in there, and felt like we should have got in. Some things happened where we didn't, you know, and you know, a lot of that was our fault. We didn't take care of ourselves at the beginning and middle there of the season, stumped our toe a little bit. So, you know, really that's on us, you know, and we was kind of looking for some other people to make things happen, and you really don't want to do that. You want to take care of yourselves and not depend on other people. But we you know, we thought we was going to get in there. We didn't. Kids talked about it all winter in weight room. They stayed hungry. You know, they really want to make that push and compete for, you know, region championships and get in the playoffs and make things happen in the playoffs.
Speaking of the region, with the new classification out in 4-2A, some pretty good teams in there, the likes of Westmoreland, Eagleville, Forest, and the like. And you guys, as the coaches looked at it, I guess somewhere in the middle of the pack to challenge for a playoff spot. What are your thoughts on the new region?
You know, it's going to be a competitive region. We're familiar with some of them. We had Eagleville on our schedule last year, Cascade on our schedule. We actually scrimmaged Community last year. You know, Jackson County has been in our old region, so we got some familiar foes there. You know, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be like our old region when we were in there with Trousdale and Gornsville and back in the friendship days. So it's going to be competitive. We're looking forward to challenge, and you know, you're going to have to be ready to play each week in that region.
Week 1, the Gornsville Tigers come into Robinson Stadium. Let's talk about that matchup a little bit. Always a great rivalry game and a lot of familiarity, being as that you have shared a region in the past with the Gornsville Tigers.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game. You know, me and Coach Marshall, we talked about this when they reclassified everything. He called me and said, "Hey, Gavin, you want to try to keep playing?" I said, "Sure." You know, we looked at the schedules, and when everything panned out, you know, we both had that week 1. And we was like, let's do it, you know. Nothing better than to play one of your big foes week 1, you know, especially at your place. So we're starting something new there. As far back as I can remember, when I was in high school at Gornsville, we always played Watertown around week 3, you know.
Yeah.
Then it went from week 3 to years past we played them about mid-season, and now we give the fans both from Gornsville and Watertown something to look for at week 1 there.
I know they'll be excited about it. This stadium will be packed that night for sure. Coach Webster, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to us. Good luck throughout the course of the season.
Thank you.
Watertown coach Gavin Webster here joining us today on DTC Sports.